Hello, this is Janne. Have you ever heard term carpal tunnel syndrome? In this video, I'm gonna cover prevalence of it, what are the typical symptoms, how to prevent it, and how to get ease to issue of the medial nerve. Let's dive in. Carpal tunnel syndrome is the most common upper lip nerve entrapment, and it's causing issues to medial nerve. Medial nerve goes underneath the transversal ligament of the wrist. Structure starts from cervical spine 6, 7, 8 and from the chest spine T1 and it goes down to our upper limb. Medial nerve makes innervation for the pronator teres and the most anterior part of the forearm except flexor carpi ulnaris. How common is a carpal tunnel syndrome? Prevalence is around 10% during the lifetime and it increases a lot if client has a diabetes. Second most common upper limb entrapment is the ulnar nerve, but I'll come to it in a later video. In Finnish population big study Health 2000, carpal tunnel syndrome affected 2.1% in males and 5.3% in females. Nerves really don't want to be irritated. Example, weight of the pencil in top of the nerve will start increasing the tension of the nerve and it will going to start get issues to it. Common risk factors on the background is overweight, pregnancy, diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, hypothyroidism and kidney diseases. Last two diseases are known to be causing swelling in our body and that is the risk factor for the entrapments. Smoking increases the risk of carpal tunnel syndrome and other upper extremity issues. If we think about risk factors in everyday life and in work, typically unvaried movements, difficult wrist postures, gripping and pinching, tremor are the most common stuff what might provocate symptoms on their own or in a situation when those are combined together with each others. Typically there is a symptoms in dermatomes and if you want to find out what kind of issue is present in peripheric neurogenic pain, they go and check this video. Symptoms are presented in big thumb, index and middle finger area in the palmar side of the hand. Symptoms typically increase during the night and shaking of the hand eases the pain. If symptoms have been present for longer periods, then you might get atrophy to thumb palmar side. Carpal tunnel might affect also on motoric control of the hand. And during that you might get issues with buttoning shirt, loss of force while pinching, movements of the big thumb. If you are pregnant or you have had overuse of the hands, symptoms in most of the cases go less with time. If you want to have some sort of ease with the night symptoms, night splints are a good way to calm down the issues. In Page et al. 2012 study, they had 1,190 patients and from that research they found out that if you want to use the night splits, do it at least 4 weeks in a row. It's also good to find out what kind of movements or exercises provocate the symptoms during the day. Calm those down or ease the movement of the wrist or the force what you needed to do in a task. For keyboard and mouse use, prefer to use keyboard arrows, use the touchscreen, mouse movement with non-dominant hand and get the keyboard with the small activation force needed. Ergonomic shaped keyboard or the vertical mice might also calm down issues. So try to get that kind of unit to test and find it out. If issue seems to be from the neural structures, in most of the cases there is this nerve provocation test, where you can find out is the current nerve irritated. If you get common typical symptoms or if there is a big limitations with the movement in this test, then you want to try out these kind of exercises to get it to symmetry. First, I will going to cover the test for the medial nerve. Here is test for the medial nerve. Abduct your arm to 90 degrees or 100 degrees. Depress down your shoulder. Bend the elbow. Do the outer rotation of the hand. Then extend the wrist. Then start extending your elbow, and if you start to feel typical symptoms, tingling, numbness, electric sharp pain or something similar, and there is a big difference compared to the upper limbs, then you wanna try out these neurodynamic exercises. Sliders distally. During that you want to place your arm to the testing posture. When you extend your wrist, you will going to bend your head to the similar direction and do it like this. If the stretchiness feeling of the hand is too hard, then you can lower down the hand to lower degrees and then do the same stuff in that angle. This was step number 1. In step 2, we will going to maintain the same head posture and we will going to do the sliders to distally, only using the wrist. And in third phase, we can do it with different directions. When the wrist starts to extend, my head tilts to opposite direction, and be careful with this. With this you can easily irritate the nerve too much and you will going to end up having the situation when the symptoms starts to go worse. These kind of exercises should be done daily within 4 to 6 hour time window, and when you are doing the exercises, do it 2 minutes per set. Good other treatment methods are mobilization of the cervical spine, soft tissue massage and stretching. If neurodynamic exercises won't start to ease the pain, then I suggest to go manually orientated physical therapist and to get treatment going a bit more better. If you want to find out different kind of pain mechanisms and what is the stuff on the background, you can always go and check this video out in here. If you find this video informative and if you want to share the knowledge to other YouTube users, then comment down below, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Big thanks for your time.